Okay, so now that the 9th anniversary is over, I feel like that's been the intro for like 80% of my videos lately, but I want to kind of talk about the format that they went with. And keep in mind, this is not me complaining, okay? But what I want to talk about is which format do we prefer, which one do I think is better, and which one do I wish that they, or do I think that they should use going forward when it comes to the banners. Now, I'm sure that most of you know, but in case you do not, typically what we see for a anniversary or a worldwide download celebration is what they call a dual Dokkan festival. And so what you guys can see here is that both of the new characters headlining the major celebration, whether it be anniversary or worldwide or Golden Week, they tend to be a dual Dokkan festival. So both of the banners are the Dokkan festival format. So the pros to this is that the part 1 is loaded with a super amount of hype, and it feels like they got the love and the attention and the detail and stuff like that, and all the new mechanics are being introduced into one spot. But the con of it is the fact that the hype is not maybe transferring over into part 2. So if we look at the anniversary right here, we have the dual Dokkan Fest for part 1 of the anniversary, where we have both of these units doing the Spirit Bomb and whatnot. And then we go to part 2, where they're doing a dual Carnival, and you could argue that some are not too keen on the idea of opening Goku and opening Gohan, right? Now, this isn't to say that these are a bad choice. It is just at least to acknowledge the fact that they are what they are, right? With double Legendary Summon Carnival, and certainly not 2 units that could be a major player in part 1 of an anniversary. When you look at some of the options that we've seen over the years with, you know, part 2s looking like Rose Goku Black and Broly, and then other part 1s looking like Gogeta, Vegito, your Super Saiyan 4s, your all of your fusions and stuff like that. I wouldn't exactly call Kai opening Goku and Z opening Gohan a top tier choice in terms of like the hype, right? So that is the different formats that we have, but one that was kind of adapted in worldwide of 2022, which honestly I should have pulled up. We can go ahead and do that right now. Go to okay, Japan. Let's go ahead and go to where art thou? If we go, we want this 7th year, right? If we kind of, I should have had this ahead of my time, and that's on me. But if we go right here, what they decided to introduce was this new format where the summons were a Dokkan Festival as well as a Legendary Summon Carnival. It is no longer in the dual format where we have, 2 of the same type of banners at one time. We now are pivoting towards one where it is a Dokkan Festival and a Carnival at the same time. So you have 2 options of colored coins that you want to get, whether it be red coins or teal coins, whatever you want to call them, Carnival coins. That is the kind of the option, right? So what this ends up doing, or the intention of this at least, is to transition the dual Dokkan Festival across 2 parts, so that way it isn't just all front-loaded into part 1 like we see with something like the 8th anniversary, and then they went back to that for worldwide of 2023 with the dual Dokkan Fest of Vegito and Zamasu, with part 2 being Fusion or Future Gohan as well as Sword of Hope Trunks. So that is the different format, but if we pivot over to the part 2 button right here, you can see that we have the Dokkan Festival for the Metal Cooler movie duo, as well as the Carnival for Metal Cooler. So that is everything that we need to talk about, at least for this. I think that this is a good format, and honestly, I'm not sure which one I prefer more, but that's why I wanted to make this video, to kind of discuss which one I think is better. Which one do I think, when I look and break it down, which one is better, right? So I think I've broken down the pros and the cons. Like I said, the pros of this format is that the hype carries over, but the cons are the fact that usually they don't tend to sell as well, for at least from what we can tell. With the 9th anniversary, especially, the one that we'll be looking at with the dual format here, neither of them top grossed on Android and iOS at the same time, so we were unfortunately not able to get the 100 stones that usually comes with this specific format, right? Where we sort of have this conundrum where the banners are really hype, right? Gogeta and Broly, that's perfect, right? And then the 9th anniversary was a well-done version of this, right? Because there's ways that you can do it where it's right. Here is the wrong way of doing it, right? If you're going to do the the Dokkan Festival Carnival format, in my opinion, I think you need to make sure you have 2 things right. 1, all 4 of the units are good, and 2, the hype is transitioned over from part to part, right? You look at the part 1 of this one, where we have the Cooler and Super Saiyan Goku, I'd say is a good job, but unfortunately with part 2, I think that it's a good choice considering the theme of the celebration, but I don't know if the kits were really there, right? These guys are extremely underwhelming on release. Nobody was putting them really anywhere close to like the top 3 or anything like that. And it was the same thing with this Metal Cooler, where he could look decent, but again, not really too much of a heavy hitter, not someone that you're really looking to use all that often, unless you're just a massive Wicked Bloodline fan, right? That is really kind of where it goes through. But in my opinion, this is the wrong way of doing it if you're going to do it with this way. And then the 9th anniversary is an example of the right way to do it. This channel has essentially just become like a 9th anniversary glazing channel, where I just cannot stop talking about how good of a job they did with the celebration. But you look at hype, this is how you do hype. You have Gogeta Blue as a carnival, which is fine. I know a lot of people probably wanted him to be a Dokkan Festival alongside Broly because it would mimic the 8th anniversary in terms of banner format, but they made him a carnival and he is super good. And then you obviously have Broly on the other side, who is also going to be able to hold down his weight as a Dokkan Festival. This easily could have been a dual Dokkan Festival, but like I said, if you want to maintain the hype for part 2, you really have to bring it. And what did Akatsuki do? They really brought it, right? Where are the banners at? If we scroll down here, where art thou, banners? Where are you at? Come on. I just had this open. Where are they? Are they not in this tab? Okay, well, part 2. For some reason, I guess that was just not the right tab. I thought I opened it when we saw this right here, but we have Beast Gohan and the Gammas. If I had this open, let's just go to... Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this will give me what I need. If we go into part 2, where you have somebody like Beast Gohan and the Gammas, you're really going to be looking at some heavy hitters that can easily hold down part 2. And then you look at who's featured here. You have the worldwide units from last year. You have the Gammas, then you have Future Gohan here, and then Bulma is also featured on this banner, who they don't show. But you guys can see that this is just a sick lineup, right? And that is kind of how you want to do it with the hype, right? Because you just have 4 extremely heavy hitters in terms of the 9th anniversary, and that really is just going to hold it down for you, right? Yeah, I think it was at the top and I just missed it, but nonetheless, you have this version of it with the hype, and I don't know which one I prefer. I honestly, I'm kind of one of those people where give me what I want right away, and then if part 2 is cool, part 2 is cool. Where it's like, if you want to do like Gogeta Blue and Beast Gohan as a dual Dokkan Fest right away, I'm fine with that. And then if part 2 is Broly and the Gammas, it's like, okay, but I could prioritize part 1 if I want. But again, because especially with the way they did it this year, where it's like, you give me a choice between the 4, it kind of sucks because part 2 was so good that it really made me feel like part 1, it was like, damn, I really just used all those stones on part 1 just for me to want to use the part 2, just to summon on the part 2 banners, excuse me, right? So like that kind of like, I won't say rubbed me the wrong way, but was a little bit frustrating because like I said, I just went all in on the part 1 banners to have like 100 stones when part 2 rolled around, right? So that is a little bit annoying, but I think in terms of from a business standpoint, I can't really speak because I'm not behind the scenes. But what I can tell you is that it did not top gross on Android on either version, and that also is due to circumstances. I'm sure for those of you who are not in the know, Blue Archive, I guess, had a super exciting thing going on. So that is the game that overtook Dokkan for part 1, and then for for part 2, when Beast Gohan and the Gammas dropped, Monster Hunter did, I believe it's called Gundam. They did a collab with them, and apparently that's like a huge thing over in Japan. So that did unfortunately keep us from getting top grossing on either version. But if we look, I guess we can go back to the 8th anniversary. Let's see, where are we at? 8th anniversary. Pull this up. Let's look at the stones and we will see. Where are the stones for the 8th anniversary? Do they even have this in here? I guess not, huh? Maybe it's in the news somewhere. Did we get like a first place? Yeah, they really didn't do a good job with this on the Dokkan Wiki, unfortunately, so just give me a second. Yeah, so here's the example I was talking about. You can see here during part 8 with the Dual Dokkan Festival, we got the 30 stones from top grossing right here initially, and then we got the 100 stones here from top grossing over on the part 1 for the Dual Dokkan Festival. So I think the Dual Dokkan Festival is the way you want to go for like the top grossing, but I think if you want to have an all-in-all pound-for-pound better celebration, I think that the Dokkan Fest X Carnival format is a little bit better. So let me know down below what you guys think. Which format do you guys prefer for the banners? Do you prefer the worldwide kind of format that they've implemented with the Dokkan Festival Carnival, or do you prefer a Dual Dokkan Fest? I'm going to say I prefer the Dual Dokkan Festival, but it doesn't really bother me either way. So, like I said, let me know down below what you guys think. Leave a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you are new. Turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.